female comedians in La Puente, California. Please welcome the sexy, talented, and the one and only Tania Estrada. Oh my God. Wow. What an amazing intro that was. I couldn't have said it better myself. Thank you so much, Tania Estrada. What's up, everybody? Welcome back after last summer and then some. I know that I've been promising to come back, but I wanted to make sure that the podcast was perfect and that everything was in tune and on point. But after the Soy La 69 Song of the Year stuck in my head, I realized no one really gives a fuck if it's perfect as long as it looks good. So here I am, just gonna be here talking some crap with you guys today. I've been messing around with a little bit of the segments and whatnot, but I think what a lot of people have been wanting to know is what I've been up to, because I really don't have much of a chance to post like I used to. Oh, how funny. Fuck your post is on. That's right. That's our band Slaughter Before Slaughter. Shout out to Martin Moreno and Jimmy James Callahan. You guys can check us out on Spotify. That's Slaughter Before Slaughter. Check out the album, and you'll be hearing the music in the background here to guide me through my podcast. So here we are. So I know that I haven't really been around. I'm not really posting a lot. It's just I'm busy. I'm a bit busy. So the first beginning of this, I want to catch you up on what's been going on with me. So this is the boring part of the segment. But before I catch you up, I want to go over. Oh yeah, there we go. But before I start, I want to. What was it that I used to do? Oh yeah, sponsors! I want to give a shout out to Menos Tires. If you guys seen the movie The Tax Collector, that is the tire shop that is in the movie. That's where I get my tires. So mention Talking Crap Podcast, Tania Estrada, see Frank and get a discount. And I want to give a shout out to Ryan at Sweet Daddy Sweets for this beautiful Rodecaster podcast computer where I'm able to do my podcast. So I really appreciate your sponsorship very much. This is a very state-of-the-art little machine. It has all kinds of stuff. Look at that. Like, oh yeah, see? Ooh! That's some magical shit right here. Look at that. I love it. And what else? That's the sound you make when you don't really know your buttons on your control board. But we'll get through it. But first, I want to open up this package. I got a cool little package for all you ASMR lovers out there. Can you hear me open a package? So this is from Istaza Coffee. Oh, I love your packaging already. This is one of my favorite. Oh, that smells good. One of my favorite things about opening packages is what the packages look like. So the brighter, the better. Just know, you guys, I love bright, colorful stuff. If you couldn't guess so for yourself. And this is for the video portion, actually. Let me see. So you'd have to see the video portion to see what I'm talking about. Ooh, look at this. Istaza Coffee. Wow, thank you so much. This is really cool. Oh my God. And it smells amazing. So this one, it looks like 100% Arabica beans from Mexico, batch from Mexico. And we have another batch from Costa Rica. Ooh, I cannot wait to try these out. Thank you so much, Istaza Coffee. I'll put the handle down at the bottom so you guys can follow them. So thank you very much. I can't wait to get tweaked out on this. Thank you. All right, so here we are. So I want to talk about things that interest me. I want to talk about things that's happened to me that hopefully that they interest you. I want to give a shout out, of course, to all my stalkers. Without you, I probably wouldn't have as many views as I do on my Instagram story. For that, I thank you. And if you laughed, that means you. Technically, this is like a shout out. So you're welcome. All right. So let me catch up on what's happened since last year, since the summer. I'm gonna make it really brief because we got a lot of stuff to get through right here. So, all right. So New Year's, I went to Vegas, and I ended up catching COVID. So that was awesome, and it was awesome. It wasn't that bad, you guys. I got really lucky. Shout out to We Are Sacred Light, Arlene for getting me back to health and being alkaline, which we're gonna talk about that. I'm very, very big on being alkaline and just the wonders of it. It's just so amazing. So you guys should do it for yourself. If you find yourself not feeling well at times, you probably need more oxygen in your body, and I will show you how. So stay tuned. All right, so I got COVID, right? And the funny thing about getting COVID is I realized that I got COVID when I went and got my favorite meal. It was like Peruvian lomo saltado, and I brought it home and I was about to eat it, and I was like, I can't taste anything. And I was like, oh man, they must have hired a new cook and he ain't seasoning shit. And before you know it, I'm trying to like get like a COVID test, right? Trying to get a COVID test. Can't find a COVID test anywhere. And you know, I know I have Slaughter playing in the background, but I actually need to get permission to have it. So I hope that I don't get dinged for this rookie mistake. So, but you guys can check us out over on Spotify. So I will turn it down. All right. So when I got COVID, I ended up having to try to find a place so I could go test out. And, you know, when you're not feeling good, because as soon as I realized I might have COVID, that's when I started trying to figure out what to do and just get a result. And I ended up having to go all the way to Hollywood. And I was like all masked up. I was like covered. I mean, it was just the works, I think from head to toe everywhere. And would you believe it? Who would find me in the parking lot? The paparazzi. And, you know, look, man, I'm sorry. I hope you didn't think I was being a bitch. I just didn't know if I had COVID or not at the time. I wanted it not, you know, but I just had to, you know, stay my distance. So nothing to you, but thank you so much for taking the picture. But what I want to know is, how do you know it's me? Like, how can you tell and just be like, that's Tania Estrada? And I looked at the picture and I was like, oh yeah, my ass. My ass gives it away. I swear. You know what? I'm just going to stop on that joke there because I'm going to end up crossing lines that I don't want to cross. And this is just my first round of podcasting. So I'm going to skip that. But anyways, you can look that picture up. If you put Tania Estrada Getty Images on Google, on images, you'll be able to see the pictures that the paparazzi gets of me that I don't post just because it's just, you know, they don't look all that great. It's paparazzi pictures. They get you when you're not looking your best. They jump out of bushes when you're trying to get your workout on. You know what I mean? Like, I can't go to Hollywood unless I've showered and made sure I'm wearing sneakers or something. Because the last time you guys caught me in chanclas, and I was like, that's not going to happen again. All right. The other thing that happened that was really cool is I want to give a shout out to my boys' body count. Ooh, that happened earlier this year. The Grammys were this year, and they were nominated for Bum Rush for the heavy metal category, and they won. They won the Grammy. Yay. And if you're listening to the podcast, you have to go over to the YouTube so you can see my new studio here, which I have to give a shout out to Cal Blending, to Jared and the Spice Lord. You guys gave me such a beautiful space here. Thank you so much for believing in me and for doing all this. This is just amazing. So thank you. Awesome little joint I got going up in here. But I want to give a shout out to Ice-T, Little Ice, Shawnee Sean, Juan of the Dead, Vincent Price, and of course my best friend, my dad, my bomb pop. I want to Ernie C., you deserve this more than anything. I know how hard you have worked, and that song is just the business. So, woo! I love Hollywood. All right, back to this. All right, so getting vaccinated. I ended up going to get vaccinated. I got really lucky. I was able to get one of the first draws. Everything was cool. I was cool. I have to say the second vaccine, I was a little bit I was a little bit thrown off, you know. It got me a little, but I was fine, and I'm just happy to have it. Look, I'm gonna start that with this. If you believe in being vaccinated or you don't believe in being vaccinated, it really doesn't matter to me. I'm not going to judge you either way. I really believe in freedom of choice and that you should be able to choose whatever it is that you want to do. However, that being said, I don't think you have a right to talk shit to anyone that doesn't believe what you believe just because they don't believe what you want them to believe. That just doesn't make any sense. And if that made sense to you, then help it make sense to somebody else, because it's just not working here as of late. But anywho, I got the vaccine personally because I'm around a lot of people that are older that I love very much and that I don't want anything to happen to them. So that's my personal choice for getting the vaccine. The way I kind of thought about it is, if there was a chance that I can take something and it kept me from killing somebody else, or, you know, help me from dying or possibly surviving a horrible, what could be death, you know, I'm going to take my chances. With all conspiracy theories, you know, aside and everything, I hope that we all don't die of blood clots. That's all I'm praying for. You know, just don't let me die of blood clots. That would suck. But other than that, yeah, to each his own. So I did the vaccine. I had a few vaccine VIP passes. I gave those out. Shout out to all of you who are now my vaccine brothers and sisters. It's only 3 of you, and you know who you are. All right, and let's see. Oh, and then as soon as I got vaccinated, it was so cool. I got a call for a movie that's going to be coming out. It's going to be Cholo Zombies 2 with Loretta Vamps being the lead and assassin, you know, Vince Romo. And we went and filmed in New Orleans, which was amazing. The director, his name is Mark. Look him up at LA Movie Director. He just knows his shit. I mean, what he picked out for this movie and the way he wrote the script, I have to tell you guys, I have read a lot of scripts. And my number one thing when I agree to do something is it has to be funny. If it's not funny, you know, I may not have a good time doing it. But if it's funny, oh my God, I want to be part of it. And this has to be one of the best full-length movie scripts that I've ever read. I'm talking over 100 and something pages, and everything was on point. And then to be part of the scenes that were planned out for me, oh my God, they were hilarious. So I can't wait till you guys see this. The beautiful part about it is that we got to film inside of Six Flags Magic Mountain out there in New Orleans, the Jazzlands, the one that had gone underwater because of Katrina back in the day. So we got to be inside that amusement park with nobody else in there. And oh my God, it was amazing. It was amazing. So thank you, Loretta. Thank you, Mark. I'm excited to see the movie come out. And then the cool thing too in New Orleans is I got to see New Orleans. I earned my Mardi Gras beads. It wasn't even February, and like apparently if you flash them, you can totally get your beads. So you know, it was a bucket list thing. I've never really flashed anybody my boobs, and I just went for it. You know, I was with a Lyft driver. And she was taking me to Bourbon Street for the first time. And there was a guy holding beads, and I'm in the back, and I go, "Excuse me, sir, what are you doing with those beads?" And he goes, "I'm selling them." And he's all, "But for you, honey, you can have them for free." And I said, And then I proceeded to just lift my top. And I flashed him out the car, and he goes, "Oh, Lord, oh my God, you just made my day." And he came over and he gave me beads. He gave me all kinds of beads. The Lyft driver, she was a girl, she was cracking up. Man, I felt so accomplished at that moment. Like, I was like, fuck yeah, doing big things, you know, living bucket list shit. Mardi Gras, tip flashing, and they ain't even Mardi Gras. Like, it was, dude, doing shit out here, doing shit, I'm telling you. The next thing that I did, I ended up doing another movie with Sean Hates with did Cannibal Comedian, that movie that I filmed last year in the desert where I almost burned my tits off. That was really cool because I love aliens, so I can't wait to see how the rest of the movie works out as far as how my part ties in. And everybody, the whole cast was really great to work with. So shout out to y'all. We just came back, Bruce Jingles, Zach Miller, and myself just came back from Michigan. We performed We performed at an Indian reservation in front of the tribal council at the Leelanau Sands Casino. I want to give a shout out to Adam Beach, Tracy, Jesse, John, Tom, Thana. It was a really beautiful place. Like it is so magical there. It's so clean. I'm like, oh my God, why do you guys even come to LA for? Like, it's just so gorgeous. And the people are so nice. And they know how to drink. I'll tell you what, after that show, I tapped out. You guys can keep going. And I will be back. Yes, I am going to take you guys up on that, Tom and Thana. I'm going to take you guys up on that, and I'm going to come back and get away for just a getaway. And I would love to see your land and everything you got going on around the Great Lake. Oh, you guys, it's just so beautiful out there. Look it up. I also got to film on my first sitcom. I've been wanting to be a series regular on a sitcom for a while. And I was approached by Chicano Hollywood, John Murillo. They've written a part for me in a modern family-like sitcom called Downey USA, starring my homeboy, comedian Jerry Garcia. So yay! Concrete's in there, Jay Valentino, met some great friends, Twixie 818, Irma and Sonia, my chicas for life. Just had such a great time. So that will be coming out. So that's kind of giving you guys a little catch up of what's been going on, give or take. So also too, putting this studio together and just trying to get it to all work. I don't know how this is all going to work or if I'm going to be able to upload any of this. So fingers crossed, you guys. We will see. So the newest things that I've been into so far. Most of the time I really only have downtime at my house when I'm putting myself together, when I'm putting makeup on and, about to dash out the door. So the only time I really get is my makeup time. And I found this really cool YouTube star. Her name is Bailey Sarian. If you guys have ever heard of her, she does the murder mystery makeup on Mondays, where she tells a murder mystery crime story and she does her makeup and gets ready at the same time. And she's just so amazing to watch. I swear to you, I'm like, oh my God, girl, you're like my spirit animal if I was Armenian. Like she's just, you have to check her out. Like, and girl, you're totally like that Chola Armenian, I guess it would be. I don't know if that's even a thing. But anywho, check out her series. Please subscribe to it, okay? And when you check out her story or her YouTube, all I want you to do is to hit subscribe, hit like, and please put a little comment that I sent you there. Just she would really appreciate it. She makes her money this way and she does a really good job. So support her. She's got great stories. What would be great is if you left me a comment down at the bottom. If you checked her out or you already know of her, let me know which one your favorite crime story is. Because I just watched the Scott Peterson and Lacey Peterson story, but the way she explains it is like so amazing. And then she also has this other series. Go ahead and check this one out. It's called Dark History, where she talks about history at the same time actually she doesn't even do makeup. She just shows up as is, just beautiful like that. You have to see her. She's gorgeous. Maybe that's why I can't talk, because I'm just thinking about how gorgeous she is. Wow. But she's very, very smart, and she makes history fun, which history was never my subject. I really freaking hated history. It just made no sense to me. It's like, why do we have to know this stuff? It already happened. Oh, Also too, Bailey, if you're watching this or if you're hearing this, I request for you to do the story on Isabella Gomez, the girl that stabbed her mother 79 times in 2013. Just, if you can, just, I think you'd explain it great. And why did she do that? What drove her to do that? You always fill in all those little gaps that we don't know about, and I love it. All right, so moving on. I don't want this podcast to be just about what I'm doing in Hollywood. And I don't want it to be just about what I'm going to talk crap about. I want you guys to actually walk away and learn something from here every time that you're on. And being that I feel social media has been used in a way that was not intended for, it's really actually a very helpful tool if you use it in that way. And I guess probably everything is, if you end up being, what's the word? You can be destructive with anything. But I think social media can be used in a way that can really help you. Growing up, I didn't have this kind of tools to learn stuff. Dude, we had encyclopedias. Like, do you even know what encyclopedias are? Like, it's just, you don't want to know, okay? It's just a lot of looking up. You gotta really know how to read. I want to leave you with something that makes you feel good. Maybe something that makes you laugh. So I'm going to call this segment the Healing with Social Media for Free Project. Okay. So the first thing that I want you guys to do is check out YouTube. Does anyone ever get up early in the morning or have to get up just period and you just feel lifeless and you feel dead and you're like, oh, if I just had coffee and you still feel like shit? Well, chances are is that you probably don't have oxygen to your brain. And we need that. And if you notice that if you work out, you catch your pep in your step from when you exercise, but you can do it much faster. There is the Wim Hof breathing technique that you can find on YouTube. Check it out, WIMHOF breathing method. You'll see it. It's like 34 million views. I mean, everybody's probably doing it every morning, and I play it every morning. It's the first thing that I do. And it was started by a man called the Iceman. If you check out his story, it's pretty interesting. He had trauma from losing his wife, who committed suicide off the 8th floor of their building. And he had all this trauma inside and all this grief, and he found himself down in a lake, in an ice lake, and he jumped in the water and he stayed in there, and he realized that he wasn't hurting anymore, that he didn't feel any more trauma, and he started making it a thing. And I was like, oh man. So he started this whole breathing technique. This breathing technique actually makes you alkaline, which is what you want to be for your body pH balance, so you don't get sick. So I'm not going to say claims against cancer, but when there's cancer patients and they eat a lot of vegetables and fruits and they become alkaline, they usually end up getting better from their temporary sickness, right? That's a good word, temporary sickness. I like that, because it's not, it's cancer, but I can't say that it cures cancer. I can say that it'll help you from your temporary sickness. I think those are good words. Good words, Tanya, good words. So check that out, Wim Hof breathing method. And in the comments again, let me know if you do it already. If you don't, start doing it. Tell me what you think. But a really good thing to do is to do this breathing technique, and just as soon as you're done, it's only 11 minutes and you do it in your bed. Another thing that I love to do while I'm in the bed is I like to stretch while I'm doing this breathing technique. So if you guys just give it a try, like stretch out, breathe in deep. It feels so good. And as soon as I'm done with the breathing technique, I automatically go into my workout or whatever it is that I'm going to do for the day, or if I'm going to leave the house to go work out. But that breathing technique is the first thing that I try to do. You just got to give yourself some time to do it in the morning. So you're welcome. The second thing I'm going to tell you to do is follow my homegirl, Nikki Miller, hilarious comedian. over at her Instagram, Funny Facials, just as it sounds. FUNNYFACIALS. She offers a facial toning class on Patreon. That's only $20 when her sessions are like $100 and something. But on Instagram, she shows you little exercises to do on your face for free. What's great about this is that it's not very talked about in the United States. And I think the reason why is that the medical field likes to make money off of things that we feel like we need, like Botox and fillers. And if more people knew about this facial toning that you can do for your face, it's like gym for your face. People probably wouldn't be getting Botox and people wouldn't be getting fillers. They would just be doing gym yoga for their face. So check it out so you can see what I mean. She's been doing this for years. Her story is amazing. So I hope that you can catch one of her classes. Also too, for all of you listening and anyone that gets directed over to Funny Facials, if you go over to her link, she offers the first class for free, and it's a full 45-minute facial toning class, and you'll be able to see the difference immediately, and especially in the morning. It's basically lymphatic draining of your face, but also too, it's toning, like toning the muscles. If you're watching the YouTube and you're looking at my face, like, wow, she looks different. No, my face is just tone. I've been gymming on my face. I'm also actually, I can tell I'm a little dehydrated. I can tell. I can tell on my skin. Oh, there we go. One camera out. Let me go ahead and switch this over. One camera out. All right. So we had to switch it up. All right, one camera. See you guys? This is all in the process, All right. So those are a couple of things for you guys that I wanted you guys to do. Also too, for the ladies and the men's out there trying to do things with their stomach, trying to do sit-ups and all that stuff. I know it sucks. Yes, thank God summer's over. We don't have to worry about a bikini anymore. But you do want to try to keep your core and your abs in check. What I recommend you guys do is just try to plank. Try to plank 15 seconds. It feels so good after you've done it for a while, because honestly it sucks in the beginning, but it really works to get your core tight. So give it a try. Go on YouTube, follow Yoga with Adrienne. She offers amazing free yoga. What does she call it? It's like yoga tone. She's like reggaeton, but it's like yoga tone. And you feel really good. She has like 20-30 minute little increment classes if you want to do a full range of yoga with Pilates. She's got amazing stuff, so check it out. There you go. 3 little things that I hope help you today to get you to where you want to be, the Social Media Healing Project. And that segment has been brought to you by Amancha Kashal. That's my girl at New Dawn, New Day. And it's not really a plug. That's just my homegirl from La Puente since we were 12. So shout out to you, girl. 91744. All right. So going on to our next segment. All right. So as you guys know, the internet was shut down yesterday, Monday, October 4th, 2021. Instagram, WhatsApp, Facebook all went down. Honestly, everybody was really more concerned about Instagram being down more than anything. Yeah, they were upset Facebook was down, but people wanted their little Instagram fix, you know? But nobody really talked about WhatsApp. And I was like, hello? It crashed at like 9 in the morning. Do you know how many side chicks couldn't get dick for lunch that day because WhatsApp wasn't working, and vice versa? Like, people have plans that day, internet, okay? It's Monday. It's been a long weekend of working the graveyard shift at home, aka your wife and kids. And you know, you just want to come out and get some. Then you can't get a hold of nobody. And you know, if you out there cheating, you know that you can't call on the phone. You can't call on the phone because your wife's gonna see it on the bill. So that's why we use WhatsApp. Oh, other than that, there were more important things that happened in WhatsApp besides side chicks and side dudes not being able to get any on Monday. It actually messed everything up around the world. Apparently in India, doctors used WhatsApp to schedule and to send over results for patients, so they couldn't do anything. People couldn't get a hold of anyone all over the country. I didn't know this, but a lot of countries who don't have phones, like phone lines, use WhatsApp with Wi-Fi to be able to talk to each other. So it was a total mess. Shout out to Jenny69 for completely crashing the internet with her viral video of La Chingona, Soy La 69, and all that good stuff. Check out my video for where I work at on my side gig at the secret, the social secret. What did I say it was? The secret social service. I'm an idiot. But check out my jale over at the White House. I did a little press conference briefing this morning. So check out what I had to say about that. Apparently other things that are going on right now. Free Britney is a big thing. She's getting married. Yay! And she's out of her conservatorship. But apparently now that Britney is free, now they're going over to Amanda Haynes. I guess she's under a conservatorship somehow too. So if any of you guys know about that story, what's going on with Amanda, please leave a comment down at the bottom. And I really like to discuss to see what's going on and what we're going to do to break her out of jail. Apparently, due to COVID, there is a shortage of a lot of things. The lack of immersion blenders lately has been a thing for people that want to get down and puree some vegetables. They don't have any Intel Smart chips or like pieces. I don't know if it's Intel Smart chips or like pieces that are about that size. They're trying to see about opening a factory, I think they said in Oregon, where they're paying like $25 an hour so they can produce more Intel chips. Right now, due to COVID, there's just shortage on a lot of things. Ammunition, toys, rescue dogs, because everyone's getting pandemic puppies. And they are finally limiting toilet paper at Costco. So no need to run out and get nothing. They're not going to sell you 20 cases of it. So, all right, moving on. Oh, here's a cool story. Well, I thought this was a cool story at first when I saw the tagline. It said, Physics Nobel rewards work on complex systems like climax. And I was like, oh, it's about time. They need to give out a prize for the first guy that figured out that there was a clitoris. And then I reread the headline and it said, Physics Nobel rewards work on complex systems like climate. So I'm going to go ahead and pass on that story. Moving on, Russian actress and cameraman launch into orbit in outer space to film first movie that will be out of this world. Okay, look, I would love to take credit that I made that up, but it's obviously in the news article. So, chalking up a space first of sorts, a Russian actress, her director, cameraman, and a veteran cosmonaut rocketed into orbit, chased down the International Space Station, and successfully docked Tuesday, setting the stage for an out-of-this-world movie shoot. See? Wearing a bright red flight suit, Yulia Pereslid, who will play the role of a surgeon making an emergency health call to the station in the movie The Challenge, was all smiles floating into the lab complex, telling Russian television viewers she felt like she was dreaming. Everything was news to us today. Every 30 seconds brought something entirely new, she said through an interpreter during a brief video conference from the Russian Zvezda module. I love it. Zvezda module. They even named the module like after a vodka. Zvezda. We just met the rest of the crew, the cosmonauts and astronauts who've been living on board the station for some time now, but I'm still in a dream. I still feel that it's all just a dream. And I was, okay, so she's just dreaming right now. So she's going to be up there for a while. Her director, Klim Shipenko, it was incredible. It was hard, but it was great to arrive on board the station. We were met by friends. You know, this is cool that they went out of space in order to film a movie, since the International Alliance of Theatrical Stage Employees, known as IATSE, is on strike. So no more movies in Hollywood for a minute until everything gets cleared up. Apparently the workers are striking because they are tired of the long hours, of not getting breaks. And, you know, these are all the stagehands. These are all the guys doing all the movie magic behind the scenes. So they're just, you know, pretty much over it. And the cool thing, shout out to SAG-AFTRA, proud member, of course myself. Shout out to SAG for sticking up for them, and they're backing them on this. So yeah, everybody, it's like a 98% vote at this point, you guys. So the Alliance of Motion Picture and Television Producers are committed to reaching an agreement. So that's where we're at this morning. So hopefully the strike does not last too long. And wow, I can't believe that all went so fast. Well, there we go. My first podcast, all done. Yeah. So I guess I would just end it here because people have to go home and I gotta get the fuck out of here. See, you hear that door? That's me. I gotta go. So thank you guys. As always, love, peace, and chicken grease. And please share this. Share this with 5 people. And best comment wins $100 next week. Let's do it that way. I think that's fair. You want $100? Share this podcast. Like it, subscribe, and leave a comment and tag a friend. Whoever gets the best comment or all of that best interaction, you get $100 next week. And you'll also get a chance to win and call in and make a call on next week. So thank you guys so much. Tania Estrada, love, peace, and chicken grease. And I'm out. Bye.